Hey guys, it's Matt Haycox here, and I have got with me Mikey Pearce, YouTube extraordinaire. He's got over 300,000 subscribers. He's had over 33 million views. I can definitely learn something from him, so I'm looking forward to picking his brains, but I'm doing it for you guys as well. I've got 11 super important quickfire questions where Mikey's going to give us his top tips. I know we're going to get some value out of this. So Mikey, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Technical setup. What is the right or the perfect technical setup for someone starting out?
First camera, I'd say G7X. Has to be a G7X. You can whack it up on a tripod. You can go around vlogging with it. It's the perfect camera. It's easy to use if you're kind of not very technical like I am. G7X, Canon G7X, best camera in the game.
If you haven't got the budget, should that preclude you starting? Can you still do it? Can you still do it with with an iPhone?
Whack an iPhone. Yeah, I know a lot of people who vlog on iPhones. It's actually easier because otherwise whacking around a camera. If you want to vlog and you've got a camera out, people are a bit more like, oh, but if you've got your iPhone, they're like, okay, let's do it. Yeah. So yeah, iPhones are good as well. You can just do it. Like just do it. You know, you can pick up any sort of camera and just start creating content. Yeah, I don't think technology should stop you.
How do you come up with your niche?
It's got to be about what you're passionate about, what you love. Whether you love food, whether it's like building games, I don't know, whether it's the weirdest passion. If you're really passionate, if you love something, just create content based on what you love. And that passion will probably shine through to people who will like it. And you will find more and more people that like it. Unless it's like really weird or like you know, messed up, then don't. But if it's, you know, just like, you know, you like reading comic books or you
There's
like
an audience for everything.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Don't point at me.
Yeah. No, but it could be anything. You know, you probably would find it, but you know, nothing illegal.
I'm sure some people will say, I'll never get comfortable, but how do you get comfortable on camera?
Just kind of forget the camera's there and just, you know, be yourself. Unless obviously you know that you're looking at it on YouTube. I think just practice makes perfect. You've just got to keep going and going and going.
I think that's the thing for me as well. You know, your first video is always going to be worse than your 10th, and your 100th video is always going to be better than your 50th.
Yeah, of course.
Battle through, try. And
also, yeah, don't get too hot. I always remember like sweating in my old first videos, like really like sweating and like really hot. So you make sure you got like a fan or something like that, because yeah, you get, when you're hot, you get nervous and stuff. So make sure it's like room temperature and you're relaxed.
How do you get big views? Is it the content, or is it the algorithm, or is it a bit of both?
You've got to, if you're creating consistently great content, you'll get views. You know, if you're consistently creating content that people want to watch, you will get views. But you've got to be prepared to put the hustle in. You've got to be prepared to put the work in. You've got to be prepared to do it kind of, you know, every day almost, or, you know, once a week when you're starting out, or wherever you can, but it's got to be consistent and it's got to be good quality and viral. And you've got to look at thumbnails and titles as well. They're very, very important. What would you want to click on when you're scrolling through YouTube? You're like, oh, okay, you know, my cat did 10 flips. Oh, I would like that. Boom. Or, you know, my best friend hooked up with a girl, I don't know, whatever. But you've got to get people's attention from the thumbnail and title. That's crucial.
How do you grow your subscribers?
I think collaboration is important. You've got to work with different people and, you know, work with different influencers or YouTubers or friends almost. You have to have different, and then obviously their audience is seeing you. Then also looking at like what the big YouTubers are doing. I would say, like, look at what the big YouTubers are doing. Try and do your own version of their video, because then you might get algorithms. So therefore their fans might come over to your video and see, oh, I like your stuff. He's got a different style, but he did a similar video. And look at like trends on YouTube and things. Try and get in on trends. That's how you can grow quickly.
What about commercializing your channel? I guess that's everyone's dream to make money out of being a YouTuber. What's your advice to commercialize it?
I think don't think about it at first. I think you just create your content and brand deals will come if you're hitting the views, and if you're passionate, if you're making good content, then brand deals will come. Obviously, you know, pick a niche as well, or pick something you like that is, you know, marketable or, you know, brand friendly. But yeah, you've got to do it as like, you got to think about what you're doing and you got to love it, and you've got to kind of, you shouldn't really think about brands at first, but then once brands start coming, then work with the right brands, work with the brands that you like, work with the brands that, you know, have the same values that you do, the ethoses that you do, work with kind of that you love as well. And I think that's how you kind of, you know, once you start making good content with brands, they want to work with you. And you know, if you only make good content with them, if you like the brand and support the brand.
How do you get people that you don't know to collaborate with you? You know, if you don't already know other YouTube stars or social media people.
Just DM them. Like, you know, just try. What's it? No? People say no? What's that? You know, you had so many no's. You know, so you would go up to a girl or whatever, or a guy or whatever, and ask them out. And they might say no. You have the balls to do that. Why don't you have the balls to say, oh, look, hey, but I really like your stuff. I would love to film something with you. All it is a no.
And persistence, because if you do 100, 99 probably will say no, but you only need that one to say yes.
Yeah.
How do you plan your social or your content schedule?
I'm not the best at this because I'm sort of learning about, you know, putting it into kind of an Excel and you know, calendars and stuff. But I think that, you know, just create as much as possible. I think like I watched a podcast on like Lele Pons. She has like 16 million on Instagram, and she was saying she posts every day. And she literally posts every day, and therefore her audience know that they're going to post every day. So just pick a schedule that you can manage with work or with whatever you're doing, but stick to it.
Cool. Any advice for editing your content? What's a good edit?
I would say you've got to learn to edit. If you're starting YouTube and you're relying on someone else to edit, unless you're like, you know, you have a business and everything like that, you can expense it or anything like that. If you're doing it yourself, learn to edit your own videos. Get on Final Cut Pro or Adobe Plus. They're really, really good editing apps, and there's loads of YouTube tutorials. You know, just teach yourself. I managed to teach myself, and I'm so bad at technology. So people can easily. It's quick cuts, and just find your own style. Find your editing style.
As you were growing and you know when you're reaching your peak, do you still edit your own videos or?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I try to now. We have a Clean TV. We're just taking on a videographer and editor, but I'll still. Yeah, because I know all the big YouTubers because they want their same style. So you know the style that works for you, and you know you have your comedy and stuff because you'll go, okay, right, to an editor, and he'll cut it how he thinks you should cut it. But it's like, no, that's not my style. I've had it so many times where when I was doing these comedy sketches, like we would want to always edit them because they just don't get it. There's a point they miss, and editing is so crucial to a video, and a joke hits based on an edit. So yeah, learn the style and get on YouTube, spend hours on it, just learn your craft.
And finally, if you could just give one tip, just one single tip to people for how to kill it on YouTube, what would it be?
Just love what you do. It's got to be just create content that you enjoy creating, and just keep going. If people say no, just do it because you're not in it for the money, but you're in it for just like this is what I like to do, and you're just creating content. Just don't follow your passion, rather follow the money with YouTube and social media because it's and also don't get too reliant on it. Always have other things, or always, don't get too obsessed with it. Like I hate these, and I know they're good, but like I don't like these. Oh, I'm coming off social media for a while because I don't think that should be a problem. You shouldn't have a problem to go off. I think you should always keep it so it's like, I like doing social media, keep it as like, but just don't get too obsessed with it. You have to come off it. Just maintain a nice balance, and it's not the be all and end all. It's an Instagram, it could crash. It's an app. So it's like, just don't get too obsessed with it. Treat it with fun at first, do it with your friends, and just don't get like too involved, and you can, it won't affect you. And also with negative comments and stuff like that won't affect you because it's like, well, I don't care. It's, some person calling me ugly or whatever. I don't care. So yeah, you just can't get too wrapped up in it.
Perfect. Awesome. Guys, that was 10 minutes that will change your YouTube life. Not just YouTube, but I guess everything Mikey's just been saying there is applicable to pretty much any platform, pretty much any social channel. Lots and lots of common themes. Whether you implement 1 or 11, I'm sure they're going to make a big difference. I've definitely learned some takeaways there for myself. So make sure you start implementing now. Mikey, you're a legend. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Thank you.